What is the absolute value of the integer 17?
All right, I can definitely answer that question. Absolute value is it's a middle school concept and a high school concept that that appears often. Absolute value, a lot of times students don't actually know what absolute value means. If you cut to my screen, I'm going to show you just some diagrams of what that looks like. Absolute value is, see the bars right next to the x? That's what absolute value is. What it means is the distance from 0. So if you had a number line, I'm going to draw a number line on here for you real quick. If you had a number line, 0 being, being in the middle, then what we're really asking when we're finding the absolute value of something, I'm sorry about the screen there, I apologize, but whenever you're asking about the absolute value, what you're asking is how far away from 0 is something. So if we were finding the absolute value of 17, we're just talking about the distance it is on that number line from 0. And the integer 17, if you can picture where 0 is on the number line, it's 17 spaces away, and so therefore the absolute value of 17 is actually just 17. Now if you had a negative number, and this is where people get confused with absolute value, so let's say you had the absolute value of -3. A lot of times people say, oh, absolute value, it's just make it positive. Well, true, because we always measure distance in positive numbers, so I wouldn't say, oh, I'm -2 feet away from Whitney right now. If you're talking about the distance of a negative number, your answer will always be positive. So absolute value of -3, picture that on a number line, that's 3 spaces away from 0, therefore the absolute value of -3 is +3. So hopefully that helps with absolute value. That is a common misunderstanding of what absolute value is. It's just distance from 0 on a number line.